Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is nutrition, one of my favorite missions. And somebody the other day brought me this skinny popcorn, skinny popcorn. And they said, Marcus, I dare you to find something wrong with this popcorn. Because they know that I'm into like reading labels and understanding all that kind of stuff. And they're like, Marcus, everything on here is really pure. It's really pure. It's the non-GMO certified project. It's really pure, 39 calories per cup. Indulge guilt-free, cholesterol-free, zero trans fats, no artificial anything, cholesterol-free, dairy-free, peanut-free, tree nut-free, gluten-free, preservative-free, non-GMO, good source of fiber, and delicious. They're like, Marcus, I dare you to pull this apart. I dare you to find one thing that's wrong with this. So I was like, okay, let me take a look at the bag. And I got to tell you, I've seen this at natural food shows, and I've seen it all over the place, and I know they sell it, I think, in Sam's Club. And it looks great, okay? It looks, compared to other popcorns out there, it looks fantastic. So here's my critique on this. Here's just a little critique on this. Everything here checks out great. All natural popcorn. It's not certified organic, but it is certified GMO free. So, I mean, you could take a couple points off and say, well, it's not organic. But as far as them putting junk in it, I mean, it's popcorn, sunflower oil, and salt. That's it. There's no imitation cheese flavor. There's no butter flavor. There's nothing like that. So I got to tell you, this score is really high as far as, okay, this is a decent snack. There's a lot worse snacks out there. There are better snacks, yes. Here's my major problem with this. 39 calories per cup, okay? That says, okay, I can eat a cup, but a cup is like that much. A cup isn't much. You can easily eat 5, even 10 cups. You can easily eat the whole bag of this because it's not filling, it's not satiating, and it tastes good because it has that saltiness to it, okay? So besides the salt being on it and the sodium level being a little high, the fat level is extremely high. In your standard American diet, and what our dietary guidelines are, the government says we should be eating 30% of our fat, 30% of our caloric intake should be fat, okay? Now, I think that's a lot, personally, and I know if I were to eat that much fat, I would gain weight. I do much better on like an 80-10-10 with 10% fat. That's what I shoot for every day, and as soon as I switched to that back in January 1st, 6 months ago, I was able to lose weight. I was still eating healthy, but I was eating higher fat foods. I was eating nuts, a lot of nuts. I was eating fake cheeses or big vegan cheeses, not on a regular basis, but I would partake in vegan pizza. I was eating things that I was using olive oil on my salad dressings. I was doing a higher fat diet, maybe 30%, maybe 35%. Now this, by caloric intake, is 55% fat. So it's almost double what the government says, okay, for the dietary guidelines, and it's going to be 5 times, 6 times what a nutrition-based doctor would say. Somebody like Esselstyn, Geiger, Clapper, Pritikin, the 80-10-10 diet, Douglas Graham. It's going to be almost 6 times the amount of fat. So if you get carried away with this food, now if you're going to have 1 cup, you're not going to have much fat. But if you're going to eat 5 cups, whatever, you're going to throw off your fat ratios for the day. And it's very easy to eat 5 cups of this. It's extremely easy, especially when you're looking at the package. You see all these things, and they're touting of what, why it's so good. You're going to see, well, gee, 5 cups isn't much, 6 cups isn't much, and you're going to load your fat up with your diet with unnecessary fat. So skinny popcorn. Would I allow my kids to eat it? I probably would allow my kids to eat it. Would not have them rely upon it, but if it was a special occasion or if we picked up a bag, I would allow them to eat it. So it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not that bad of a product. The only thing I could really find wrong with it was that the salt, of course it has salt, and people want salt, and it has a high fat content. That's it. That's it. Everything else, popcorn, if you really want popcorn, make it yourself. You don't have to add the added fat. So you can have a very low fat popcorn out of a, don't cook it in fat. Use an air popper, use an electric air popper, put it in there, and it's going to pop, and it's going to make you fresh popcorn. That's when my kids want popcorn, that's typically what we do for them. But if we were out and about, this was one of the choices, I might pick up for them. I try to pick them up some fruit first, and some other things first, but it's terribly not that bad. So the person who gave me this, this is, I don't know, B+, A-. I mean, I don't have a grading system, but if I were to throw things out there, as far as processed foods, If you looked at processed bagged foods, I mean, yeah, maybe an A plus because it's in that, and as far as a product, maybe not an A plus, but like maybe an A, maybe a B plus if you're looking, B minus, B if, you know, I don't have, like I said, I don't have a grading system, but it's not that bad. It's not wonderful. There's better things out there. Of course, nothing compares to a banana, nothing compares to a plum, an apple, things like that, an orange. Those are just ideal snacks. You know, we were designed and we evolved to be able to grab fruits with our hands, and those are wonderful things. So we didn't evolve to eat popcorn out of a popper, so, but not bad at all. So, but just watch the fat content. Don't get carried away with this at all, because it will throw your fat ratios off for the day. It will drastically throw your fat ratios off at 55% fat. Remember, 30% is what the USDA guidelines say. Dean Ornish has more like 10-12% in his plan, and he's the one who's back in the late 70s, early 80s who figured out how to reverse heart disease in one short month by having a low-fat diet. By consuming a low-fat diet, he did that with. So I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. Skinny popcorn, that's the skinny on it. I'm Chef Marcus Giuliano. Thanks for watching this video. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, and pass it on.